Cottage cheese is also an excellent source of calcium and phosphorus, two minerals that work together to maintain bone strength. Strong bones are essential for muscle function. They provide the anchor points your muscles need to work effectively. When your bones are strong, your muscles can work more efficiently and with greater confidence. From a practical standpoint, cottage cheese is incredibly convenient for seniors. It requires no preparation, has a long shelf life, and provides substantial nutrition in a soft, easy-to-eat form. For those who have difficulty chewing or swallowing, cottage cheese offers complete protein without any of the challenges associated with tougher foods. The versatility of cottage cheese makes it easy to incorporate into your daily routine, regardless of your taste preferences. For those who enjoy it plain, a simple bowl of cottage cheese with a drizzle of honey provides satisfying nutrition. For those who prefer more flavor, cottage cheese can be mixed with fresh or frozen fruits, used as a base for creamy salad dressings, or incorporated into both sweet and savory dishes. One of the most appealing aspects of cottage cheese for many seniors is its affordability. It provides high-quality protein at a fraction of the cost of meat or fish, making it an excellent option for those on fixed incomes who still want to prioritize nutrition. A single container can provide several servings of complete protein, offering excellent value for your grocery budget. Cottage cheese is also naturally portion controlled. Unlike foods that are easy to overeat, cottage cheese has a natural stopping point. Its protein and creamy texture help you feel satisfied with reasonable portions. This makes it ideal for maintaining a healthy weight while ensuring adequate protein intake. For seniors managing blood sugar, cottage cheese provides protein with minimal carbohydrates, helping to stabilize blood glucose levels. This steady energy can be particularly beneficial as an evening snack, providing sustained nutrition without the blood sugar spikes that can interfere with sleep. The calcium content in cottage cheese is particularly noteworthy for seniors, especially women who are at higher risk for osteoporosis. A single cup of cottage cheese provides about 25% of your daily calcium needs, supporting both bone health and muscle function. Perhaps most importantly, cottage cheese represents simplicity in nutrition. In a world full of complicated supplements and expensive superfoods, cottage cheese reminds us that effective nutrition can be simple, affordable, and accessible to everyone. As we reach the end of our journey together today, I want you to take a moment to reflect on what you've learned and, more importantly, how you're feeling about your future. We've explored 6 remarkable foods: chicken thighs, lentils, Greek yogurt, sweet potatoes, spinach, and cottage cheese, each one a powerful ally in your fight against muscle loss and your journey toward renewed strength and vitality. But this isn't really about food, is it? This is about something much deeper and more precious. This is about reclaiming your independence, your confidence, and your joy in living. It's about being able to play with your grandchildren, tend to your garden, carry your own groceries, and wake up each morning knowing that your body is strong enough to support the life you want to live. You've met Geraldine, who went from struggling to get out of her chair to spinning her grandson around in her arms. You've heard Hank's story of overcoming dizziness and fatigue to return to the garden work he loved. And you've learned how Linda transformed from feeling frail to feeling fabulous, rediscovering her role as the organizer and caretaker she'd always been. These aren't extraordinary people with access to expensive treatments or complicated protocols. They're ordinary seniors just like you who made simple, consistent choices with common foods you can find at any grocery store. Their transformations didn't happen overnight, but they did happen, and they can happen for you too. The beautiful truth about these 6 foods is that they work synergistically. The protein from chicken thighs and lentils provides building blocks for muscle. The Greek yogurt and cottage cheese offer both quick and sustained protein release. The sweet potatoes fuel your muscles with steady energy, while the spinach provides the minerals needed for optimal muscle function. But here's what I need you to understand. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. You can watch every health video ever made, read every nutrition article, and memorize every fact about muscle health. But none of it will change your life unless you take that first simple step. Start small. Choose one of these foods and add it to your routine this week. Maybe it's having Greek yogurt for breakfast tomorrow morning, or picking up some chicken thighs at the grocery store this weekend. The specific choice matters less than making a choice and following through. Your muscle mass is your body's savings account for healthy aging, and every healthy meal you eat is a deposit into that account at 60, 70, 80, and beyond. It's never too late to start building a stronger, more vibrant future. If this video has helped you today, please share it with someone you care about. Your friend, your spouse, your neighbor who might be struggling with the same concerns you had when you started watching. Together, we can help more seniors discover that their strongest, most joyful days don't have to be behind them. Your journey to renewed strength starts with your very next meal. Make it count. If you skip this video today, you could lose up to 30% of your muscle mass after age 70, leading to devastating falls, broken bones, and losing the independence you've worked your whole life to maintain. My friend, I know that might sound scary, but I'm here today because I care about you and your future. What I am about to share with you isn't just another health tip you'll forget about tomorrow. This is about preserving the strength, dignity, and joy that comes from being able to move freely, play with your grandchildren, and live life on your own terms. You see, there's something called sarcopenia. It's the medical term for age-related muscle loss. And here's what breaks my heart. It's happening to millions of seniors right now, silently stealing away their vitality, their confidence, and their ability to do the things they love. But here's the beautiful truth I've discovered. It doesn't have to be your story. After years of research and watching countless seniors transform their lives, I've identified 6 simple, delicious foods that can actually rebuild your muscle mass, boost your energy, and help you feel strong again. These aren't exotic superfoods you can't pronounce or expensive supplements that drain your wallet. These are everyday foods you can find at any grocery store. Foods that have been scientifically proven to fight muscle loss and restore strength. In the next few minutes, I'm going to take you on a journey. You'll meet 3 remarkable people who thought their best days were behind them until they discovered these muscle-building secrets. You'll learn exactly why these 6 foods are so powerful, how they work in your body, and most importantly, how you can start using them today to reclaim your strength and vitality. But please, don't just watch part of this video and click away. Each food I'm about to reveal builds upon the last, creating a powerful synergy that can transform how you feel and move. The seniors I'm about to introduce you to, they stayed until the end, they took action, and their lives changed dramatically. Your muscle mass is your body's savings account for healthy aging. Just like you wouldn't ignore your financial security, you can't afford to ignore your muscle health. The good news, unlike that 401k that might fluctuate with the market, you have complete control over rebuilding your strength starting today. So settle in, grab a pen if you'd like to take notes, and let me show you how 6 simple foods can give you back the strong, vibrant life you deserve. Because at 60, 70, 80, and beyond, your best days aren't behind you. They're waiting for you to claim them. Let's start our journey with a food that might surprise you. When most people think about healthy protein, they automatically reach for chicken breast. But today, I want you to consider the humble chicken thigh. And let me explain why this choice could be one of the smartest decisions you make for your muscle health. You see, as we age, our bodies become more selective about what they can effectively use to build and maintain muscle. We need what nutritionists call complete proteins. Proteins that contain all 9 essential amino acids our bodies can't make on their own. Chicken thighs deliver this complete protein package in abundance, with about 26 grams of high-quality protein in just 1 serving. But here's where chicken thighs really shine compared to their lean breast counterpart. Those natural fats in the thigh aren't something to fear. They're actually your muscle-building allies. These healthy fats help your body absorb crucial fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Vitamin D, in particular, plays a vital role in muscle function and strength. Without adequate fat in your diet, you could be eating all the right foods but still missing out on their benefits. Think about it this way. Your body is like a well-orchestrated symphony, and every nutrient plays its part. The protein in chicken thighs provides the building blocks for muscle repair and growth, while the natural fats act like conductors, ensuring every vitamin and mineral gets to where it needs to go. But the benefits don't stop there. Chicken thighs are rich in iron and zinc, 2 minerals that many seniors are unknowingly deficient in. Iron carries oxygen to your muscles, and when you're iron deficient, even simple tasks like climbing stairs or carrying groceries can leave you feeling exhausted. Zinc, on the other hand, supports your immune system and helps with muscle recovery after physical activity. Here's something beautiful about chicken thighs that speaks to the practical side of senior living. They're incredibly forgiving to cook, unlike chicken breast, which can become dry and tough if overcooked. Chicken thighs stay moist and tender. This makes them perfect for slower cooking methods like braising or slow cooking, methods that also make the meat easier to chew and digest. For those of you who might be dealing with decreased appetite, a common challenge as we age, chicken thighs offer more flavor and satisfaction than lean cuts. This means you're more likely to actually eat enough protein to meet your muscle building needs. A small serving feels satisfying, and your taste buds will thank you. Let me share a simple preparation that many of my senior friends have adopted. Seasoned bone-in chicken thighs with herbs like rosemary and thyme. Add some root vegetables like carrots and potatoes and let them cook slowly in the oven. The result is a complete, nourishing meal that fills your home with wonderful aromas and provides everything your muscles need to stay strong. The affordability factor can't be ignored either. Chicken thighs typically cost significantly less than chicken breasts, making them budget-friendly for those on fixed incomes. You're getting superior nutrition and flavor at a lower cost. That's what I call a win-win situation. But perhaps most importantly, chicken thighs represent a shift in thinking that I want you to embrace. For too long, we've been told that aging means accepting less flavor, less satisfaction, less enjoyment from our food. Chicken thighs remind us that we can have it all: nutrition, flavor, affordability, and ease of preparation. When you choose chicken thighs, you're not just selecting a protein source. You're choosing to nourish your body with intention, to prioritize both health and enjoyment, and take an active role in maintaining your strength and independence. So the next time you're at the grocery store, walk past those expensive lean chicken breasts and reach for the thighs instead. Your muscles, your taste buds, and your wallet will all thank you. This simple switch could be the first step in a journey that leads you back to feeling strong, energetic, and capable of anything life brings your way. Let me tell you about Geraldine Thompson, a 73-year-old retired school teacher from Tucson, Arizona, whose story will touch your heart and might just change your life. When I first met Geraldine last spring, she was sitting in her favorite armchair, looking out the window at the garden she once lovingly tended. Her voice was soft but carried a weight of sadness as she told me, "I used to be the one everyone came to for help. Now, I can barely get out of this chair without using my arms to push myself up." Geraldine had always been what her neighbors called a firecracker, full of energy, always volunteering at the local food bank, chasing after her 7 grandchildren during family gatherings. But over the past 2 years, something had changed. Simple tasks that once felt effortless now left her breathless and shaky. The hardest part, she shared with tears in her eyes, was watching my family start to worry about me. My daughter Sarah would call every day, asking if I was eating enough, if I felt safe alone. I could see the concern in my grandchildren's faces when I struggled to lift them for a hug. I felt like I was becoming a burden instead of the source of strength I'd always been. The turning point came during a particularly difficult morning. Geraldine had dropped her coffee mug, and as she bent to clean up the mess, she found herself stuck in that position, too weak to stand back up without help. I sat there on my kitchen floor for what felt like hours, just crying. I thought, is this how my story ends? Am I just going to keep getting weaker until I can't take care of myself at all? That's when Geraldine's neighbor, Mrs. Rodriguez, shared something that would change everything. She mentioned how her own husband had started feeling stronger after making some simple changes to his diet, particularly adding more chicken thighs to his weekly meals. At first I was skeptical, Geraldine admits with a small laugh. I mean, I'd been eating chicken my whole life. How could switching from breasts to thighs make any real difference? But I was desperate enough to try anything. Geraldine started small. She began preparing chicken thighs twice a week, seasoning them with the herbs from her neglected garden: rosemary, thyme, and sage. The first thing I noticed was how much more flavor they had. I actually looked forward to mealtime again, which hadn't happened in months. But the real magic happened gradually over the following weeks. About 3 weeks in, I realized I hadn't used my arm to push myself out of my chair in several days. I was just standing up, like it was natural again. The changes kept coming. Geraldine found herself walking to her mailbox without feeling winded. She started spending more time in her garden, first just sitting among her plants, then gradually beginning to tend to them again. My roses were so overgrown and neglected, kind of like how I felt. But as I started feeling stronger, I started caring for them again. It was like we were both coming back to life. The most beautiful moment came 6 weeks later during a family barbecue. My 5-year-old grandson came running up to me like he always did, expecting me to bend down to his level. But instead, I scooped him right up in my arms and spun him around. The look of pure joy on his face and the tears of happiness in my daughter's eyes. That's when I knew I had gotten my life back. Today, Geraldine is back to volunteering at the food bank, where she shares her story with other seniors. I tell them that it's never too late to feel strong again. That simple changes really can make a world of difference. I'm not just surviving anymore, I'm thriving. If this old school teacher from Arizona can turn things around, Geraldine says, with that familiar twinkle back in her eyes, then anyone can. You just have to believe you're worth the effort and take that first small step. Now, let me introduce you to a humble powerhouse that has been nourishing people for thousands of years: lentils. These small, lens-shaped legumes might not look like much, but they pack an extraordinary nutritional punch that makes them perfect allies in your fight against muscle loss. When we talk about building and maintaining muscle as we age, most people immediately think of animal proteins. But plant-based proteins like lentils offer unique advantages that are particularly beneficial for seniors. A single cup of cooked lentils provides about 18 grams of protein. That's nearly a third of what most seniors need in an entire day. But here's what makes lentil protein special: it comes bundled with fiber. This fiber isn't just good for your digestive health, though that's certainly important. It also helps slow down the absorption of the protein, providing your muscles with a more sustained release of amino acids. Think of it as a time-release vitamin for your muscles, feeding them steadily rather than all at once. For many seniors, digestive comfort becomes increasingly important. Foods that once caused no problems might now lead to bloating, gas, or discomfort. Lentils, when properly prepared, are remarkably gentle on the digestive system. Unlike some other legumes, they cook relatively quickly and break down easily, making them ideal for sensitive stomachs. One of the most significant benefits of lentils for muscle health comes from their iron content. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing iron, and many seniors develop what's called iron deficiency anemia without even realizing it. This condition doesn't just make you feel tired, it directly impacts your muscle strength and endurance. Here's where lentils get really smart. They contain non-heme iron, which is the type of iron found in plant foods. Now, non-heme iron isn't absorbed as easily as the iron from meat, but there's a simple trick to maximize its benefits. When you eat lentils with foods rich in vitamin C, think tomatoes, bell peppers, or even a small glass of orange juice, your body's iron absorption can increase by up to 5 times. This creates a beautiful opportunity for meal planning. A lentil soup with tomatoes and peppers, or a lentil salad with bell peppers and a squeeze of lemon juice becomes a powerful muscle-supporting meal that tastes wonderful and provides sustained energy. But the benefits of lentils extend beyond just muscle health. Their high fiber content helps regulate blood sugar levels, preventing the energy spikes and crashes that can make you feel weak and shaky. For seniors managing diabetes or prediabetes, this steady energy release is particularly valuable. Lentils also support healthy weight management, crucial for maintaining muscle mass. When you carry excess weight, it puts additional strain on your muscles and joints. The protein and fiber in lentils help you feel satisfied with smaller portions while providing the nutrients your muscles need to stay strong. From a practical standpoint, lentils are a senior's best friend. They're affordable, shelf-stable, and incredibly versatile. Red lentils cook in just 15 minutes and break down into a creamy consistency that's perfect for soups or can be mixed into other dishes. Brown and green lentils hold their shape better and work wonderfully in salads or as a side dish. For those concerned about cooking from scratch, lentils are forgiving and nearly impossible to ruin. Unlike meat, which can become tough if overcooked, lentils simply become more tender. They can be cooked in large batches and stored in the refrigerator for several days, making meal preparation easier. Perhaps most importantly, lentils represent abundance rather than restriction, though they're a food you can eat generously without guilt, knowing that every bite is contributing to your strength, energy, and overall health. In a world that often tells seniors to eat less and restrict more, lentils remind us that good nutrition is about adding beneficial foods, not taking away joy from eating. Let me share the story of Hank Morrison, a 75-year-old retired electrician from Denver, Colorado, whose journey back to strength will inspire you and show you that it's never too late to reclaim your vitality. Hank had always been a man who worked with his hands. For over 40 years, he'd climbed ladders, crawled through tight spaces, and solved electrical problems that stumped younger workers. My hands were steady, my back was strong, and I took pride in being the guy who could fix anything, he tells me, his weathered hands gesturing as he speaks. But retirement hit Hank harder than he expected. Without the daily physical demands of his job, he found himself spending more time in his recliner, watching television, and gradually doing less and less. I didn't realize it was happening, he reflects. It was like a slow fade. One day I'm running wire through a ceiling, and the next thing I know, I'm getting dizzy just working in my garden. The wake-up call came on a crisp October morning. Hank was trying to winterize his beloved vegetable garden, something he'd done every fall for the past 15 years. I bent down to pull up some tomato plants, and when I tried to stand up, the world just started spinning. I had to hold onto the fence post until it passed. That dizzy spell scared him more than any electrical shock he'd ever received. I started thinking, what if this happens when I'm driving? What if I fall and can't get up? All these fears I'd never had before started creeping in. Hank's daughter noticed the changes too. She started calling more often, asking if I was eating right, if I felt okay. She even suggested I might want to think about moving into one of those senior communities. That really shook me up. I wasn't ready to give up my independence. During his next doctor's visit, Hank mentioned the fatigue and dizziness. Blood tests revealed what many seniors face. His iron levels were low, and his overall nutrition wasn't supporting his body's needs. The doctor started talking about iron supplements, but then he said something that changed everything. He asked if I was eating enough protein and suggested I try adding more legumes to my diet. That's when Hank's neighbor, a retired nurse named Betty, stepped in with some practical advice. She brought over a pot of lentil soup and told me her late husband had sworn by lentils for energy. I figured, what did I have to lose? Hank started simple. I'm not much of a cook, never had to be. But I learned to make basic lentil soup. Red lentils, some carrots, onions, and tomatoes. Betty told me to add a squeeze of lemon juice at the end, though I didn't understand why at the time. The changes weren't dramatic at first, but they were noticeable. After about 2 weeks of eating lentils several times a week, I realized I wasn't feeling that mid-afternoon crash anymore. You know, that feeling where you just want to nap because you have no energy. That started disappearing. More importantly, the dizzy spells became less frequent and less severe. I started being able to work in my garden for longer periods. Instead of having to take breaks every few minutes, I could spend a good hour out there without feeling lightheaded. The real test came the following spring when Hank decided to plant his biggest garden yet. I spent the whole morning preparing beds, planting seeds, setting up supports for the tomatoes. When I was done, I realized I felt energized, not exhausted. I felt like myself again. Now, Hank has become something of a lentil evangelist in his neighborhood. I tell all my buddies about it. These guys who are struggling with energy, feeling weak, I tell them to try lentils for a month and see what happens. Most of them think I'm crazy until they try it themselves. The best part, Hank says with a grin, is that I'm still living in my own house, still taking care of my garden, still fixing things for my neighbors. That conversation about senior communities never came up again. My daughter tells people her dad found the fountain of youth in a bowl of lentil soup. Let's talk about a food that's not just delicious, but scientifically proven to be one of the most effective muscle building foods available to seniors. Greek yogurt. This creamy, tangy delight is like having a personal trainer for your muscles, working behind the scenes to help you maintain and build strength. What sets Greek yogurt apart from regular yogurt is its concentration. During this training process that creates Greek yogurt, much of the liquid whey is removed, leaving behind a product that's nearly double the protein content of regular yogurt. A single cup of Greek yogurt provides approximately 20 grams of high-quality protein. That's equivalent to eating 3 eggs or a small chicken breast. But here's where Greek yogurt becomes truly special for seniors. It's rich in an amino acid called leucine. Think of leucine as the ignition key that starts your body's muscle building engine. Research has shown that as we age, we need more leucine to trigger muscle protein synthesis, the process by which our bodies repair and build muscle tissue. Greek yogurt delivers this leucine in an easily absorbed form that your body can use immediately. The protein in Greek yogurt is what nutritionists call fast-acting protein. Unlike the slower digesting proteins in meat, the protein in Greek yogurt is quickly absorbed into your bloodstream, making it perfect for post-exercise recovery or as a midday energy boost. For seniors who might not be eating large meals, this quick absorption means you get maximum benefit from every spoonful. Beyond protein, Greek yogurt is an excellent source of calcium, providing up to 20% of your daily needs in a single serving. As we age, maintaining bone density becomes crucial, not just for preventing fractures, but for supporting overall muscle function. Strong bones provide the foundation that your muscles need to work effectively. Weak bones can actually limit how much your muscles can safely do, but perhaps one of the most overlooked benefits of Greek yogurt for seniors is its probiotic content. These beneficial bacteria don't just support digestive health, they play a crucial role in nutrient absorption. You could be eating all the right foods, but if your digestive system isn't functioning optimally, you might not be getting the full benefit of those nutrients. As we age, our digestive systems naturally become less efficient. The probiotics in Greek yogurt help maintain a healthy gut environment, ensuring that the protein, vitamins, and minerals you consume actually make it to your muscles where they're needed. It's like having a quality control manager for your nutrition. Greek yogurt is also incredibly versatile, making it easy to incorporate into your daily routine, regardless of your eating preferences or abilities. For those who have difficulty chewing, it provides substantial nutrition in a smooth, easy to swallow form. For those who love to cook, it can be used in both sweet and savory applications. Consider starting your day with Greek yogurt topped with berries and a drizzle of honey. The vitamin C in the berries enhances iron absorption if you're also eating iron-rich foods, while the natural sugars provide quick energy. For lunch, try using Greek yogurt as a base for creamy salad dressings or as a substitute for sour cream in recipes. One of the most practical aspects of Greek yogurt for seniors is its convenience. It requires no preparation, as it has a long shelf life and provides complete nutrition in a single container. For busy grandparents, those with limited mobility, or anyone who wants maximum nutrition with minimal effort, Greek yogurt delivers. From a budget perspective, Greek yogurt offers excellent value. While it might cost slightly more than regular yogurt, the protein content makes it comparable to much more expensive protein sources. You're getting premium nutrition at a reasonable price, along with the convenience and taste that make healthy eating enjoyable rather than a chore. Meet Linda Patterson, a spirited 71-year-old from Portland, Oregon, whose transformation will show you that strength comes not just from muscles, but from the courage to try something new when life feels uncertain. Linda had always been what her friends called the organizer. She planned the neighborhood potlucks, coordinated carpools for their weekly bridge games, and was the first to show up with a casserole when someone was ill. I was used to being the one who took care of everyone else, she explains, her eyes bright with the memory of those busy, purposeful days. But gradually, Linda began noticing changes that worried her. It started with little things. I'd be opening a jar of pickles and my grip just wasn't there anymore. Or I'd be carrying grocery bags and have to stop halfway to the car because my hands were cramping. The changes weren't just physical. Linda found herself becoming more cautious, more hesitant. I used to bound up the stairs to my bedroom 2 at a time. Then I started using the handrail. Then I started going up 1 step at a time. I was adapting without even realizing I was getting weaker. The moment that changed everything happened during her weekly bridge game. I was dealing cards, something I'd done thousands of times, and I kept dropping them. My friends were so sweet about it, but I could see the concern in their eyes. After everyone left, I just sat at my kitchen table and cried. I felt like my body was betraying me. Linda's daughter suggested she see a doctor, which led to a conversation about nutrition and aging. The doctor asked about my diet, and honestly, I realized I'd fallen into some bad habits. Since my husband passed 5 years ago, I'd been eating a lot of convenience foods, not really cooking for one person. That's when Linda's neighbor, a retired nutritionist named Carol, offered to go grocery shopping with her. Carol walked me through the dairy section and pointed to Greek yogurt. She said, "Linda, this little container has more protein than that whole frozen dinner you bought last week." I was shocked. Linda started simply adding Greek yogurt to her breakfast routine. I mixed it with some frozen blueberries and a little honey. It was like having dessert for breakfast, but Carol assured me it was exactly what my body needed. The changes didn't happen overnight, but they were unmistakable. After about 3 weeks, I was opening jars again without thinking about it. I caught myself carrying all my groceries in one trip instead of making multiple trips to avoid straining my hands. But the real breakthrough came 6 weeks later during a family gathering. My 7-year-old granddaughter wanted me to play catch with her in the backyard. Before, I would have made excuses or suggested we do something else. But that day, I thought, why not? We played for 20 minutes and I felt energized, not exhausted. Linda's confidence began returning along with her strength. I started cooking again, real meals, not just heating up frozen dinners. I began hosting the bridge games again instead of just attending them. I felt like myself again, like the person I'd always been was still in there, just waiting for the right fuel. The most meaningful change came when Linda decided to volunteer at the local senior center. I started teaching other seniors about simple nutrition changes they could make. I'd bring in Greek yogurt parfaits and show them how easy it was to make something delicious and nutritious. What I learned, Linda reflects, is that taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. When I was strong and energetic, I could take care of others better too. I could be present for my family, helpful to my neighbors, and engaged in my community. Today, Linda has become a source of inspiration for her entire neighborhood. Women my age stop me at the grocery store and ask what my secret is. I tell them there's no secret, just small, consistent choices that add up to big changes. If a 71-year-old widow from Portland can go from feeling frail to feeling fabulous, Linda says with a laugh, then anyone can. It's never too late to invest in yourself and discover that your strongest days might still be ahead of you. Let me introduce you to a golden treasure that's been quietly supporting human health for thousands of years, the sweet potato. This vibrant, naturally sweet vegetable is far more than just a delicious side dish. It's a powerhouse of nutrients specifically beneficial for maintaining and building muscle strength as we age. Sweet potatoes provide what nutritionists call complex carbohydrates, the type of fuel your muscles need for sustained energy and recovery. Unlike simple sugars that cause energy spikes and crashes, the carbohydrates in sweet potatoes are released slowly into your bloodstream, providing steady, reliable energy that supports muscle function throughout the day. But here's what makes sweet potatoes particularly valuable for seniors. They're rich in potassium, a mineral that many older adults don't get enough of. Potassium works closely with sodium to maintain proper muscle function, including the most important muscle of all, your heart. When your potassium levels are adequate, your muscles can contract and relax more efficiently, reducing cramping and improving overall muscle performance. The beautiful orange color of sweet potatoes comes from beta-carotene, which your body converts to vitamin A. And this isn't just good for your eyesight. Vitamin A plays a crucial role in protein synthesis, the process by which your body builds and repairs muscle tissue. Think of beta-carotene as a supporting actor that helps the protein from other foods do its job more effectively. Sweet potatoes are also natural anti-inflammatory foods. As we age, chronic low-level inflammation can interfere with muscle recovery and contribute to muscle loss. The antioxidants in sweet potatoes help combat this inflammation, creating an internal environment where your muscles can heal, rebuild, and grow stronger. For seniors dealing with joint discomfort, the anti-inflammatory properties of sweet potatoes can provide gentle, natural support. When your joints feel better, you're more likely to stay active. And staying active is crucial for maintaining muscle mass. It's a beautiful cycle where good nutrition supports activity and activity supports strength. From a digestive standpoint, sweet potatoes are remarkably gentle and easy to process. Their natural fiber content supports healthy digestion without being harsh or irritating. This is particularly important for seniors who may be taking medications that affect digestive function or who have developed sensitivities to certain foods. The versatility of sweet potatoes makes them perfect for senior meal planning. They can be baked, roasted, mashed, or even used in soups and stews. Baked sweet potatoes are naturally sweet enough to satisfy dessert cravings while providing substantial nutrition. For those who enjoy cooking, sweet potatoes can be prepared in large batches and stored in the refrigerator, making meal preparation easier throughout the week. Sweet potatoes also have a relatively long shelf life and don't require refrigeration until they are cooked. This makes them ideal for seniors who don't shop frequently or who want to keep nutritious foods on hand without worrying about spoilage. One of the most practical benefits of sweet potatoes is how they pair with other muscle-building foods. A baked sweet potato alongside grilled chicken or fish creates a complete balanced meal that provides both the protein your muscles need and the complex carbohydrates required for energy and recovery. For seniors managing diabetes or blood sugar concerns, sweet potatoes offer a smart alternative to white potatoes or processed starches. While they do contain natural sugars, the fiber content helps moderate blood sugar response, providing energy without dramatic spikes. Perhaps most importantly, sweet potatoes represent comfort and satisfaction in a way that many health foods don't. They taste good, smell wonderful while cooking, and provide the kind of hearty satisfaction that makes healthy eating feel like a pleasure rather than a chore. When you choose sweet potatoes, you're not just selecting a vegetable. You're choosing to fuel your body with sustained energy, fight inflammation naturally, and support your muscles with the complex carbohydrates they need to function optimally. Now let's explore one of nature's most remarkable muscle-supporting vegetables, spinach. This leafy green powerhouse might be small in size, but it delivers an extraordinary concentration of nutrients that specifically target muscle health, energy production, and overall vitality for seniors. Spinach is exceptionally rich in magnesium, a mineral that's often called the master mineral, because it's involved in over 300 different enzymatic reactions in your body. For muscle health, magnesium is absolutely crucial. It helps your muscles contract and relax properly, preventing the painful cramps and spasms that many seniors experience, especially at night. When your magnesium levels are adequate, you likely notice that your muscles feel more relaxed and responsive. Those charley horses that wake you up in the middle of the night, or the tight, uncomfortable feeling in your calves after a day of activity, often improve significantly when you increase your magnesium intake through foods like spinach. But spinach offers another remarkable benefit for aging muscles. It's one of the richest sources of dietary nitrates available. These natural compounds are converted by your body into nitric oxide, which helps relax and widen your blood vessels. This improved circulation means more oxygen and nutrients can reach your muscles, supporting both performance and recovery. Recent research has shown that seniors who consume nitrate-rich foods like spinach experience improved muscle efficiency, meaning their muscles can do more work with less effort. This translates to everyday benefits like climbing stairs with less fatigue, carrying groceries without strain, and maintaining energy throughout the day. Spinach is also an excellent source of iron, particularly important for seniors who may be at risk for iron deficiency anemia. Iron is essential for carrying oxygen to your muscles through your bloodstream. When you're iron deficient, even light physical activity can leave you feeling breathless and exhausted because your muscles aren't getting the oxygen they need to function efficiently. The iron in spinach is a non-heme iron, which means it's best absorbed when consumed with vitamin C-rich foods. This creates wonderful opportunities for nutritious meal combinations. Spinach salads with strawberries or bell peppers, spinach sautéed with tomatoes, or even a spinach smoothie with citrus fruits. What makes spinach particularly valuable for seniors is its incredible nutrient density relative to calories. A large bowl of fresh spinach contains only about 20 calories, but provides significant amounts of vitamins A, C, E, and K, plus folate, iron, and magnesium. This means you can eat generous portions without worrying about weight gain while flooding your body with muscle-supporting nutrients. Spinach is also remarkably versatile and easy to incorporate into your daily routine. Fresh baby spinach makes an excellent base for salads and can be easily added to sandwiches or wraps. Mature spinach leaves can be sauteed quickly with garlic and olive oil for a flavorful side dish, or added to soups, stews, and casseroles. For seniors who have difficulty chewing, spinach wilts down significantly when cooked, making it easier to consume larger quantities. A large pan of fresh spinach will cook down to just a few spoonfuls, concentrating all those beneficial nutrients into an easily digestible form. One of the most practical aspects of spinach is that it's available year-round, affordable, and keeps well in the refrigerator. Fresh spinach typically stays good for about a week when stored properly, and frozen spinach is just as nutritious as fresh, making it perfect for keeping on hand for easy meal additions. Spinach also pairs beautifully with other muscle-building foods. Spinach omelets combine the protein of eggs with the minerals of spinach. Spinach added to lentil soup creates a powerhouse combination of plant protein and muscle-supporting minerals. Even adding a handful of spinach to a Greek yogurt smoothie boosts the nutritional content without significantly changing the taste. When you include spinach in your regular diet, you're providing your muscles with the minerals they need for proper function, the nitrates they need for efficient circulation, and the iron they need for adequate oxygen delivery. Let me introduce you to an often overlooked champion of muscle health that's been quietly supporting seniors for generations: cottage cheese. This humble curdy dairy product might not win any beauty contests, but when it comes to providing your muscles with exactly what they need for overnight recovery and sustained strength, cottage cheese is truly remarkable. What makes cottage cheese special for muscle health is its unique protein composition. While many proteins are absorbed quickly by your body, cottage cheese is rich in casein protein, a slow digesting protein that releases amino acids into your bloodstream gradually over several hours. Think of it as a time-release muscle support system that works while you sleep. This slow-release property is particularly valuable for seniors. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using protein, and the window of opportunity for muscle protein synthesis becomes shorter. By eating cottage cheese in the evening, you're providing your muscles with a steady supply of amino acids throughout the night, supporting repair and recovery during the crucial hours when your body does its most intensive healing work. Sleep quality often becomes a concern as we age, and cottage cheese can actually help in this area too. It contains an amino acid called tryptophan, which your body uses to produce serotonin and melatonin, natural compounds that promote relaxation and healthy sleep patterns. Better sleep means better muscle recovery, creating a positive cycle that supports overall health and vitality.